now, breaking news from RTV6.
Breaking news now at 6. The NFL and the city of Indianapolis agree on a deal to keep the NFL Combine in Indy at least for the next 5 years. Amid worries it would be moved to L.A., we have what this means for the Circle City. Also now at 6, an arrest as a teen admits to shooting a 15-year-old outside Lawrence Central High School during a basketball game on Friday night. Plus, fire erupts at a local apartment complex, leaving more than a dozen people without a home. We're going to hear from those victims. And snow burying the east and south, how one band from Indianapolis is entertaining those stranded on the roads. First, we start with that breaking news. The NFL and the city of Indianapolis officially agreeing to keep the NFL Combine in Indy through the year 2020. A huge financial budget and, of course, news for the city. Visit Indy releasing the details of that deal today. The Circle City has hosted the NFL Scouting Combine for nearly 30 years now. But when the St. Louis Rams got the green light to move to L.A., the Rams owner mentioned bringing the Combine to his new stadium. Well, at least for the next 5 years, the Combine will be at Lucas Oil Stadium. The event generates international media exposure and helps market the city of Indianapolis around the world. New developments tonight. Lawrence police arrest a 17-year-old for reportedly shooting a 15-year-old outside of Lawrence Central High School during a boys basketball game on Friday night. It's an update to breaking news we first brought you last night on the news at 11. RTV6's Liz Adiola is live outside of Lawrence Central High School with what she's learning at this hour. Liz? Liz, thank you so much. We'll, of course, stay on top of that developing story. We will remind you we have complete coverage of the shooting outside of Lawrence Central High School, including the interviews we did with police and the latest on that arrest. It's up right now on the RTV6 app. What happened right now, a deadly storm is blanketing the east and south. At least 12 deaths are now being blamed on the storm, hitting everywhere from New York City to the Carolinas. Also, Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf says more than 500 vehicles are currently stuck in a miles-long backup on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. This is a live look at a snowy Times Square in New York City. The National Weather Service says at least 7 locations in the Washington, D.C. area and in upstate New York have received more than 30 inches of snow right now, and 36 places recorded at least 2 feet of snow. As you can see, it's a winter wonderland right now in New York. Meanwhile, here in Indianapolis, band, they're traveling to a gig in Johnson City, Tennessee, but they were stranded for more than 13 hours in Kentucky due to the road conditions. The Endless Summer Band is very creative, though, and keeping themselves busy and entertained. They did what they love, and they put together a song that's now going viral.
Well, I don't know why we traveled tonight. We knew the weather, it wouldn't be right.
It's catchy. The band took some time as they waited in traffic to talk with us earlier today about their snowy situation. Listen.
If we weren't going to make our gig, we might as well set up in the middle of the road and play for the passengers that were just standing there. And our saxophone player, just without a word, turned around, went into the back bunk and grabbed his saxophone, jumped outside and started playing. And Brian grabbed his phone and said, "Oh, I'm going to video this."
That was fantastic. Well, the Endless Summer Band says the good news is they're moving again. They should be getting to their gig only about an hour late. Well, it may be below freezing here in central Indiana, but at least we are not dealing with all of that snow, and we are missing out on that historic storm. Let's get over to Storm Team 6 meteorologist Cal Mounts with what we can expect for the rest of our weekend here. The captivating video says it all. Forced out of their homes, several families losing everything in a fire. It happened early this morning at the Dakota Ridge Apartments on the city's south side, and of course now the cleanup begins. RTV6's Emily Pace has this story. Also new at 6, a family of 5 is without a home after a fire does extensive damage to their west side house. It's a reminder of how not to heat your home in the winter. Indianapolis firefighters battled the fire in the 4,000 block of Corwin Road just after 8:30 this morning. Investigators say the family was using the oven to heat the house and added that the warmth caused nearby items to catch on fire. The good news here is everyone is okay. Well, Americans have serious doubt about the direction of our government in this election year. A new poll shows some shocking findings. That's next. And McDonald's in Japan has a new menu item, chocolate-covered fries. Sounds kind of gross, but Kyle and I, we have some connections. reactions. We took the challenge and tried this side dish. That's coming up a little bit later.
Now, the News at 6 continues on RTV6.
Welcome back. Well, a new poll shows many of you have considerable doubts about the government's ability to solve major problems in this presidential election year. The Associated Press NORC Center for Public Affairs research poll found that 6 in 10 people questioned expressed only slight confidence or none at all that the federal government can make progress on the problems facing the country in 2016. Terrorism and health care are the issues that adults cited as priorities, though various economic matters combine to take top billing here. Well, the Indianapolis Home Show is underway right now, and the RTV6 crew was out having a blast with all of you who came out to the state fairgrounds. Todd Connor, Rafael Sanchez, Kara Kenny, Beth Vaughn, Paris Lubell, Katie Hines, and many more of our crew. They were out there giving people free lessons on how to do the weather. Of course, we had a great time. We hope that you did too.
If we breathe and hold our breath just right, we'll get into the 50s by Sunday.
Look at that. We were upset.
And Brad's ready to go.
Oh,
You don't have to hold it until Sunday.
all right. I always secretly hope just once we'll get like 30 inches of snow here just for a week. That's just me.
A little bit of me kind of
But
missing
yeah,
it.
I know. I'm going to be okay with 50, though, if it shows
No.
up here.
I have the viewers covered because they don't want that, and I don't want that either.
Don't want to have to dig out.
Fair enough. Sure. Okay.
And finally at 6, this is a new dish, McDonald's dish in particular in Japan. What you're looking at are chocolate-covered French fries. May sound a little gross, but we decided to put it to the test. Even though you can't buy chocolate-covered French fries here in the United States, our lovely directors and producers decided to make Kyle and I guinea pigs, and we tried chocolate-covered French fries. We put some McDonald's French fries and then chocolate syrup on them. Take a look. And there you see, my reaction is genuine there. Just truly like.
That's confusion.
Processing.
But you know what? I go in for a second. You'll see.
But chocolate, good. Fries, good. You put them together, you can't really go wrong.
Now, you'll notice Brad Brown's not in this because, as it turns out, Brad is very busy. But
We don't want to leave you
saved
out.
some for you.
You got 5 seconds.
It's like, come on, you got to try.
See you at 11.